Yeah.
Another day, more warnings. You know, as we look around out here in the world on the way to the camp spot, you know, got everybody out here just living day to day, man. You know, people's getting ready for little parties they finna attend. And like I told the brother, our people out here partying it up right now, going on vacay, you know, trying to figure out what they gonna do with their 401k. And at the same time, World War III is breaking out, man. But remember, before that World War III kick off, it's gonna be a lot of civil unrest and insurrection and sedition in this land. And a lot of you Israelites out there, you're gonna be in a world of hurt because we telling you now, you know, and eventually the shit gonna hit the fan, and you're not gonna be able to say that you wasn't warned. Because like the scripture said, and I'm just paraphrasing, if I not had come to speak to them, they will have no cloak for their they don't have no cloak for their sins. Basically, that's where I'm going with it. We telling you now, so when the shit hit the fan, you can't say that you was not warned. You ain't gonna have no cloak for anything that you're doing right now, man.
Yeah.
You know, before we get started, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Shalom to the few Akim and Akwak that's out there listening and learning as well. Salutation to the hopeful elect, yo. You know, like I said, we out here with another live camp lesson to feed the hopeful elect and to warn our people of the things that's getting ready to come to pass and to know who your enemies are. Because a lot of you are putting too much trust in these Edomites, man, these devils. And they're showing you every day what they're capable of and what they're going to be capable of. Because eventually it's gonna be going into some shedding blood, man. Because you gotta remember, Trump is getting ready to deploy troops in all 50 states, claiming next month and tomorrow, which is Monday, they're deploying ICE troops to most airports in the U.S. Because since the government shut down, a lot of lines have been getting stacked in these airports. You know, and y'all not feeling it right now, but the gas prices they gonna skyrocket some more. Your cost of living is gonna skyrocket more because once you have something that needs to be repaired in your house, the price that it once cost to get it is going to cost more. They got to pay more to get those parts replaced. So now they got to go up on your rent so they can afford it. It's going to be a domino effect to everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not going to be a pretty sight, man. Y'all not understanding that America is circling the toilet bowl right now before your eyes because you're too busy in your mind saying there's too much stuff going on in the world. I just want to have positive vibes. Eventually, these negative vibes are going to catch up to you. And then what you're going to do, because there's not going to be no escaping.
Right. I got precepts on what you were talking about. And this basically going into that regret you're going to feel for ignoring this word. We know a lot of y'all don't watch the news or whatever because, like he said, y'all claim it's too much going on or it's so depressing I can't watch it. Well, guess what? You're setting yourself up for a failure. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, and we can start at verse 20. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. That's the prophets right here warning you. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you, because I have called, and ye refuse. I have stretched out mine hand, and no man regardeth. But ye have set at naught of all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. That's that regret. When your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For they hated knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord Yahweh. They were none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell in safety, and shall be quiet from the fear of evil. That's what we're trying to get y'all to see, but y'all keep ignoring Sophia out here on the street corners, which means wisdom. Because y'all want to party. Y'all don't want to be depressed. Guess what? Depression coming anyway. And if you ain't feeling some kind of depression at this point, you really going above and beyond to be willfully ignorant of what's going on. And it's going to come back and bite you. Because while you doing everything you can to ignore this, you should be preparing spiritually, especially.
We cashing in on them spiritual riches, man. Because everything on this side is going to be consumed by fire. You know? And like the brother said, y'all not paying attention, man. And y'all came to be so smart. A person that's smart, got some type of intelligence about himself, is going to pay attention to what's going on around him. This is Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished, man. Remember when the brother was just mentioning you simple ones like simplicity. Y'all like to be simple-minded, man. And what you're going to do is you're going to walk right into this trap that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua got set for you, which is thermonuclear destruction and mass death of you Israelites, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. That's what's getting ready to take place here in this land. But like I said, first, certain prophecies got people feel we still got to wait on the MOTB, which they're talking about that on a whole nother level as well, man. You know, and if anybody else is telling y'all that the MOTB is not that rice, you need to immediately stop listening to them because you're going to take it because of them.
It's been in the news heavy. Just like this war kicking up heavy. Just like, I mean, all the prophecies, they are coming out because the MOTB is going to be faded out due to the fact one of the contributing factors to that is Iran reopened the Strait of Hormuz to the United States under one condition. They got to pay in Chinese yuan. They can't pay with the dollar. So that's going to be a big hit against your dollar that you worship so much, Americans. So they fading this out on purpose. Now, despite the fact that Iran and America are true enemies, you got to remember this is still being performed on the world stage. So all of these factors are contributing to the prophecy of the mark of the beast because the dollar is dead. They'll never tell you that on the news. They don't want to crush your dreams like that. But they're going to use a big event to announce the fact that your dollar is dead. Just like they're going to use a big event, a big psyop, to introduce this chip to y'all. And all of it taking place as prophecy said it would. So if y'all can't see it by now, y'all don't want to see it, or the Lord got you blinded, so he can be justified to destroy you. Look it up. See? That's one of my partners from home. See, we told y'all.
Yeah, we was talking about that shortly before the camp that, and one of the elders brought it out at Great Millstone that, hey, a lot of you brothers that's out here that's been pushing these warnings out, you know you done told your loved ones, your friends, whoever you might have told. If them people got access to you, they are going to be blowing your phones up because they're going to see that what you were saying wasn't a lie, man. You know that these prophecies are actually being fulfilled according to what the scriptures had said they would. It was a scripture that I was thinking of that I wanted to get. I got it. This is Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 33. And when this come to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. You know, so because when you prophesy, you're speaking about things before they happen, man, according to the scriptures, right? So we're bringing these things out according to the scriptures, you know, through the spirit, the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You know, that's who allowing us to come out here and forewarn you people of the things that's getting ready to come upon this land and what's getting ready to happen to the 2/3 of our wicked people, man, because they don't want to adhere to the scriptures. So don't feel surprised, because that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna be like, man, sparing none, man.
They already are.
You know? So y'all need to be paying attention.
Another thing that's contributing to this war, man. Y'all don't see World War III on the brink, on the horizon. Y'all don't see how the Allies have turned against the United States is going to eat her flesh with fire. Y'all can't see that now. Y'all being willfully ignorant, and that willful ignorance is going to get you destroyed. These Israelis, they're going above and beyond to keep a war going. Now they're firing at the French. They provoked the French on purpose with a drone flying too close to them, so the French shot the drone down, which they are well in their right to do. So Israel, they sent another drone and bombed them, and then turned their tanks in their direction and started firing at them. So it's apparent Israel are the shit starters along with America. America don't want no peace. This is the thing y'all don't understand. In order for America to understand you, you got to speak America's language. America does not speak peace, equality, all this podium talk. So after the United States burnt Iran in the so-called negotiation peace meeting, during the meeting, the United States decided to bomb Iran. So Iran said, you know what? We're not speaking that language no more. We're going to speak a language you understand. You understand death, violence, and destruction. So we're going to let these missiles talk for us. And I promise you, you will not enjoy that conversation, because they destroyed all the bases in Asia, so-called Europe, so-called Middle East, which they should have been did years ago to get the United States out of there. Because all the United States doing is rape, robbing, and murdering like they've been doing. Matter of fact, it's where is it? I got here you go right here. Trump reportedly considering sending special forces to Iran to take its highly enriched uranium. See, it's always something they want to steal. So they're allowing you, provoke you to war just to be justified to take your shit and then lie about it. Now, how this started out is, well, we don't want them harassing Iranian citizens. That was their way in. That was the lie to get them in there. Cause they was they said they was doing something to the Iranian protesters. That was their way in. Y'all do shit to protesters here. So that holds no weight. Just like when they were talking about their way into Nigeria, talking about they was persecuting Christians. Y'all persecute Christians here. How many churches that got bombed and shot up?
And the rules that this devil Trump done put on the table. I seen that the brother Anwar Gabar, he was talking about how Trump gave, you know what I'm saying, these troops, military and all of them, gave them basically the power to use lethal deadly force on people that protest about what and how the government is moving right now and about this war. So you don't forget about him and putting that insurrection act a couple of months back. When they put something on paper, they'll let it be known, and then they'll sweep it under a rug for a minute and then put other shit on top of it, man.
Yeah.
And that's what they did. The Insurrection Act first, now they talking about troops can use deadly force on civilians who protest against about how the government is moving.
See, they'll tell you right there, they have no intention of doing good or doing the right thing. They want to wax worse and worse. And they're doing all this mischief under the guise of law. That's in Psalms 94, man. Because Esau, in his true spirit, he wants the freedom to do whatever he wants to anybody and not be judged for it. That's how he lived his all four of his kingdoms. being lawless, a lawless animal. He want to do whatever he want to do to people just because he don't like them. Let me get this. This is in the book of Psalms. So when he grabbed that pen, you better watch out. This is Psalm chapter 94, verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? They want to be able to murder you because they wrote it down on a piece of paper and not go to jail for it. So that's framing mischief by law. They claim they doing immigration, migration, control, but this is legal kidnapping. That's mischief under law, under the guise of law. Verse 21. They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. What did ICE do a couple of months ago? The two Edomites, mind you, they gathered themselves together for the innocent blood. These people, they live to murder. So they disguise it as being law, but it's nothing lawful about murder. You got something, bro?
Daniel 8:25. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. That's what he was talking about with that pen. He's quick to grab a piece of paper in the pen and write something in the law and give himself authority, because remember, this man thinks he is God.
Yeah.
He thinks he's God, man. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand, because the Lord Yahushua is going to beat this man and his military down to powder, man. You know, and all you jakes that's talking about being a part of this war, that's what you going over there to eventually meet your demise, is when Yahushua come back and beat all you clowns down with powder, because you want to side with the devil to fight against your power, man. Y'all really think y'all fight for y'all country? These people got y'all brainwashed. But a lot of people are starting to open their eyes and see it for what it really is. And Esau is out here losing his mind. This Edomites out here talking about they want to off themselves because they can't do this American shit no more. It was okay when y'all had y'all foot in our throats. Now y'all starting to feel that oppression that we felt. Now them curses is coming back on them that hated us, man.
Don't get scared now. That fear comes later.
Yeah.
You tough, you superior, baby. Well, what's a few curses? Hey, if we could do it, I know you could do it, E, because you powerful. You superior. You the, what they call it, the Aryan race, whatever.
They up there.
If we could do it, E, hey, I know you can knock this thing out like it ain't that.
Like this Edomite.
Stop killing yourself.
This Edomite woman, she went on her page and basically gave us all type of credit. It was like, y'all so resilient, like
I saw that video.
Y'all so resilient, like all the stuff that y'all went through, and y'all still standing, basically.
And we still, and guess what? Another thing about us, we still got influence over the planet, because we still the salt of the earth. Esau mad as hell because he can't take our salt.
Yep.
He thought that by cooking us and eating us, he was going to absorb our spirit, our salt. No, bro. It don't work like that. You just accountable. A nasty ass dude.
Esau think he Majin Buu, man. Like he can just eat something and absorb the powers from shit, man. That's what I feel like they
Kirby.
got that. Yeah, Kirby too. Kirby and Majin Buu kind of favorite. You know, but that's where I believe they probably got that idea from.
For
Like
real.
stuff like that. That's why they came out with TV shows like that. Because they'll show you truth in just way and through entertainment, man.
Yeah, that
Like
video.
the X-Men.
Yep.
That's the elect. That's representative of the elect, man. The ideas that Esau come up with, he stole a lot of that from the scriptures, man.
He stole everything relevant to society. He stole it from us.
Yep.
Look at all the inventions Israelites created that y'all take for granted every day. Like the toilet, the shower, the heater, the water heater, the air conditioner, everything, running water. Shit, back in the ancient days, during the times of King Solomon, they had heated floors back then.
That's nothing new under the sun.
See what I'm saying? So Esau ain't, the only thing he invented was the patent office to steal our creations, our ideas, and get paid off. That's all right, because you dug yourself a hole that you can't even get out. You ain't got enough money to get yourself out of this hole, because the Lord ain't taking your fake money. He wants your blood. That's how you. That's the only form of payment he's accepting. Your blood.
And half the time, he's not even satisfied with the blood.
Exactly.
Esau kill you, break your dead corpse, cut your body up, and scatter it out. Esau is not. He's not satisfied with blood. He loves blood, man. Like we said before, this man is the true vampire, man.
Yeah, he get bored and get violent.
I wanted to bring this scripture out. You was talking about, all the inventions that we had, because like what Kendrick Lamar said, they not like us. That was a spiritual thing.
Exactly.
That was a spiritual thing, bro, because these other nations are not like us, and that's what the scriptures say as well. This is Jeremiah 10 and 16. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord Yahweh of hosts is his name.
Yep.
Our people are the beginning of everything, man. But you had these devils out here telling you that the white man was here first. Stop the cap, bro.
Exactly.
Stop the cap.
If we worthless and we ain't contributing nothing to society, and if we ain't got nothing whatsoever, number one, why y'all can't stop stealing our ideas, biting off our ideas, mimicking us? And number two, why you got all these heathens in our neighborhood making money if we worthless and ain't worth a damn?
Exactly.
Y'all come straight to the hood and milk us dry and don't give nothing back to the hood.
And that's also a part of the curses, man. I think it's let me go find that real quick.
You in the hood for a reason. That's where the money at. That's where the salt at. That's where life is at. Because you Edomite suburb neighborhoods, man, y'all so dry, it be boring as hell. That's why a lot of Edomite and a lot of the other heathens, they come to the hood. They say the hood is where it's fun at.
Mm-hmm.
Because we got life, we got spirit, we got the spirit of community.
Mm-hmm.
You can't find that in an Edomite neighborhood for real. Yeah, they'll smile and wave at each other, but deep down inside, they hate each other.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
They just playing. They just going through the motions, But amongst Israelites, we have real community. We do things together in the hood. We throw cookouts, all that. You know what I'm saying? Block parties. You can't find that in no Edomite or other heathens.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they say the hood is where it's good. That's what life is. But Esau wanted to destroy that too by how? Introducing crack.
Yup, destroy the complete. Man, what you
See,
say?
just the devil, man, just being a demon. Bill Gates.
Put you in a real harsh condition. I'm talking about in a very oppressive state, bro, to where you're completely down, and then throw the crack out there. And then you got Jakes that want what Esau got. They're gonna get that, and they're gonna do what Esau does, commit genocide of their own people by selling them those drugs, man.
Yep.
And killing their own people, which goes into the curses as well, to get themselves ahead.
How many movies they made about that?
Man, New Jack
New
City.
Jack. I was about to say New Jack City.
It goes on and on. Paid in Full.
Paid in Full.
And a lot of y'all don't even know that Paid in Full was a true story.
Yeah, it was.
Actually, Alpo, the one that Cameron played, he got killed last year. Somebody rode up on him and killed him because he was taking out a lot of his people that he was close to. He was killing a lot of them. Then he supposed to did life. He told on somebody else who ended up getting life. He got pardoned. They moved him somewhere, gave him a new name. He started going back to Harlem again. And I think last year of Halloween, somebody called up to him and killed him, man. That street life don't end, bro, when you get out of it. See? The streets don't forget.
But I'm going to quote he quoted this. Niggas get shot every day, B. Yep. And he proved that to be true.
The one that he told that with was Woody.
Ace.
Yeah, Ace. That guy, he the one that wrote the story in real life. He wrote the story in real life. He actually got he did an interview with what's that dude that he interviewed everybody, bro? The white boy.
Vlad TV.
Vlad TV. He interviewed him, and he talked to even each and every last one of them people that was actually in that movie, the ones that were still alive, and they gave you the background on it. So that movie was real, man, and a lot of people don't know that. You know, those some dangerous times, man. People in them days, in the days of Frank Nicky Barnes and them. You know, they was out there. That's when that crack pandemic took place, and Jake was out there. Even in that time, giving out turkeys to the homeless and all of that. Even in the midst of the wickedness, they were still trying to do good things. But hey, it don't work that way, man.
No, you wasn't here. You was put in Babylon to be punished.
Yeah.
Not to be like your oppressor. Not to be like your enemy. Because Jake, you got a habit of being more wicked than the wicked. That's why we are in this punishment right now, because the wicked of Israel went above and beyond. They surpassed the wicked with the wickedness. So the Lord said, oh no. But see, I'd rather be in this captivity than to be cast off forever like Esau. See what I'm saying? Because this is coming to an end for us. Esau, he ain't going back to the top after he fall this time. So this is for him. So you can't say that the Lord is not fair. He's very fair. He's very balanced. That's why you finna get your ass whooped, Esau, because the Lord is balanced. If he was allowed, if he let you get away with all this, a false balance would be an abomination unto the Lord, roughly paraphrasing the scripture. So he has to put things back in balance by putting you in captivity and all these other nations, just to bring us back our glory. Not to mention, first and foremost, giving back the glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and 144,000 King David. And then the glory goes back to the nations. But see, you can tell right now, there's a new vibration in the earth where the Lord is lifting us up, and we don't have to do nothing but teach this word.
That's it. And it's being in the Israelite men that's out there on the highways and hedges with the real truth. A lot of people are starting to talk about that now.
Yeah.
And a lot of you rebellious ass Israelites, y'all think y'all gonna eat off of that and go on your little podcast and try to talk mess that you learned from the elders and apostles, man. Like you came up with something like you just got that deep into the scriptures. Nah, you learning that from Great Millstone, man, and brothers with that likewise doctrine. That's all it is. You know, y'all get out here and y'all try to take this truth, act like that the Lord is dealing with you. Nah. We know how Jacob tried to take the glory from somebody real quick to make himself look like something that he's not.
Like them Genesis cats. Them some of the proudest dudes I ever seen. And y'all doing a very good job digging y'all own grave. So you know the truth, yet you choose to teach lies for profit. Hey, that's you, bro. The Lord got y'all doing that. And that not only goes to Genesis. It's all you other monetized false prophets. Y'all digging y'all own grave, man. The Lord is not dealing with that. Remember when he went up in that temple and knocked over all that stuff because they tried to make the Father's house a house of merchandise?
Mm-hmm.
That's the same thing you monetize false prophets doing.
That's exactly what they're doing, and spitting out vomit at the same time.
And then you're selling merch. I mean, you're doing everything but what you're supposed to be doing. And the job is simple. Just teach.
That's it.
You're doing everything but. And then, like the elder said, you got the gall to say that the Lord dealing with you. No, you ain't doing what he said. You're making merchandise of his house. You're leading his sheep to the slaughter by feeding them poison, the wine of Babylon. Instead of giving them the milk, you giving them wine, Babylonian wine. You think you ain't got to pay for that? It's in Ezekiel chapter 14. Let's get it.
A lot of these cats lost patience, man. They want everything now.
That ain't how it works. I mean, you've been in captivity this long.
Why not wait a little longer?
What's a few more years, if that? Because this thing coming to a halt. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 14, verse 9. And if the prophet be deceived when he have spoken a thing, I, the Lord Yahweh, have deceived that prophet, and I will stretch out my hand upon him and will destroy him from the midst of my people Israel. And they shall bear the punishment of their iniquity. The punishment of the prophet shall be even as the punishment of him that seeketh unto him. So what that means is, if you following a false prophet, you're going to get the same judgment he going to get. Especially those who were exposed to the truth, were rejected it. You ran back to the false prophet. Yeah, you in trouble too. Because the Lord saw, you showed the Lord in real time, and it's recorded in the heavens, that you were approached and you got the knowledge of the truth, but you rejected it. You went back to that vomit, that Babylonian wine, and you're gonna have to pay for it. False prophets, lying ass pastors, fake Christians, you idol worshipers, all these different gods, and y'all ain't caught on yet that the true God of America is Baal and Molech, because they can't stop sacrificing children. There was a video of a fake Tiny Top. He said, "Oh yeah, we steal hundreds of thousands of children a year." What did we say? We said that is not normal. All these children going missing without a trace. That's not normal. It's orchestrated.
They eating a lot of these kids too, man. And
Yeah.
Another thing, I was watching this video with this Jake. He was talking about how, why isn't there any more cemeteries being built? You gotta think about that, because they're not just burning bodies up. They may be burning bodies, but they taking the organs. They're taking the organs and they're taking the blood.
Yeah, it's the same reason why they got they putting incinerators in these FEMA camps, in these holding facilities, quote unquote. So if they do something to your ass, they're gonna get rid of the evidence. They're gonna burn the body. Or they're gonna take your organs, they're gonna cook what's left, and what they can't use, they just gonna burn it up and get rid of it. Say we haven't seen it.
Here you go right here. Actually, now as you mention it.
Yeah, incinerators.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see that. Lord willing, y'all can. But they got them incinerators. Let me play it again. I don't know if y'all can see that. This is what they putting in them FEMA camps, man, because like I said, they're gonna push a lot of people to try to take that rice, man. And a lot of people gonna get beheaded, a lot of people gonna get burned up, man. You know, because your faith is gonna your faith is gonna be tested in that time, man.
No, their faith is gonna fail because the white boy ain't coming.
Nah, he's not. That's a wrap.
Y'all gonna get the biggest disappointment in that day. Just like when them people thought they was gonna get raptured up. Yeah, that crushed their faith. Because we told y'all that the white boy don't exist. There's only one true living power. That's Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
That's the so-called pastor that he was talking about that be telling y'all these lies, man. And y'all pay all y'all little tithe money to him and give him all the cash and all of that. That's why the Lord is gonna get ready to get rid of them people, man. This is Titus 1:10. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake. You know, they'll tell you that, hey, Jesus is coming back on this date, but you gotta pay this money. You got that Eve Bynum. I can't think of her first name. Anita Bynum, the singer, whatever her name is. She was talking about the money that y'all give. Y'all paying the Lord's bills. No, y'all putting money in her pocket.
Exactly. These people so stupid. That's why we say, you Christians, y'all are not in touch with reality at all, because y'all believe everything, every lie that's told to y'all. Y'all believe it. Y'all take it and run with it like a football toward the end zone. You believe it wholeheartedly.
I got another scripture too, because y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all like the smooth and buttery words, man. You know, the book is full of lamentations and woes, man. It's not just no sweet walk in the park like these Christians be trying to tell you, these pastors be trying to tell you. It's not all sweet, man. This is Isaiah 30 and 9.
Man, these bosses out here.
That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. They don't want to hear that America is about to be destroyed, and if you get your spirit in order, you get your faith intact, you know, pray to the Lord to give you more faith and fear of the Lord and wisdom and knowledge of these scriptures, that you can have a chance to get in the kingdom on the first go around. Y'all don't want to hear none of that. Y'all want to go against the grain, man. Which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Speak unto us smooth things. Prophesy deceits. That's what these people want to hear, deceits, man. Go out of the way. Turn aside out of the path. Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. They don't have nothing to do with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But you know what? The Lord got something that He's gonna do to you. And He's gonna melt that flesh off your body. He's gonna turn you, gonna get beat the powder, man.
I'm gonna tell you some of the things some of the few things that y'all finna get punished for, especially you Edomites. Let me see, and it's just a slew of shit. Oklahoma State Senator, I'm just going through some screenshots I take through the week. Oklahoma State Senator Shane Jett claims mRNA COVID-19 jabs were an orchestrated attack to depopulate the human race. How many years ago have we told you this? Let's keep rolling. Wannabe Christian influencer and husband allegedly sexually abused their 2-year-old since the point of birth. I'm not making this up. ADL CEO Jonathan Greenblatt, which is a small hat, says anyone who blames Israel for the war against Iran is automatically considered anti-Semitic.
See?
They don't want you to talk about their wickedness. They're what they call they say they make the brothers
offender for
a word. Yeah. How dare you talk about my wickedness? See, this lets you know the wicked people you're dealing with, and it's no secret that the Tiny Tops have infiltrated your government. Y'all still don't see that Trump being blackmailed to start wars? So why y'all ain't running up in the White House like you did on January 6th?
Exactly.
Was you faking the funk then too? Yes, you were, because it was staged. You Edomites are really showing your cowardness by taking all this abuse from one of your own just because he's a fellow Edomite. You can't go against your own. That's one of them unwritten codes, Edomite codes. We can't go against our own. We can't. We can't speak of it. We gotta pretend he's not doing anything. So we don't have to address it. That's one of them unwritten, understood codes amongst Edom. Just like another understood code. When they say Americans in the news, they talking about Edomites. Because to this day, we are considered 3/5 of a man in the Constitution. Which you already see, they don't give a damn about the Constitution.
They just going over that.
Look at all these war crimes they commit. They're not even allowing the military to have their sovereign rights from the UCMJ. which states that it's their right to disobey unlawful orders.
Yep.
But Trump is trying to prosecute these soldiers.
Setting them little traps and shit, man.
Yeah, he's saying that they're committing mutiny. No, bro, Trump, you committed treason. You see, you people, y'all don't even recognize treason when it's happening right before your eyes. This man is a domestic terrorist to his own country. Who should, and then if this military was really standing on business, they would have arrested him the first bomb he dropped illegally because he didn't get congressional approval. You got to get Congress approval to start a war. But he did it anyway because this man hateth instruction, which makes him unfit to rule. He's a big child, a big lawless child.
You can't tell Esau nothing, man. You can give Esau the full, unadulterated truth. But his word has to stand against that truth because he does not deal with reality.
Yeah.
Like what the brother was talking about you anti-Sim if you speak against what these small hats is doing. That's setting the trap right there.
Yeah.
You know, and they're gonna set that trap and they're gonna ultimately come down on the men of the Lord because those ones that's really blowing the real trumpet out here. You know, this truth going out according to the scriptures is why this place is going down. And it's the will of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh shot on top of that. I got Isaiah 29:19. The meek also shall increase their joy in the Lord, and the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off. That make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. We out here reproving in the gate, just like the other brothers out here with the likewise doctrine, this great millstone, bringing out the real truth. They set in snares for those men, but the Lord is going to cover those men in the times that we're coming in. Yes, some brothers gonna have to go through some things, man.
Hey.
But it is what it is.
Whatever the Lord got us about to go through, man. One of the comforts of this being in these times is knowing that all the wickedness you've ever known is about to come to an end. So it's worth going through this fire, man, because this is gonna be the last time. See what I'm saying? So let me get this right here. And this is the history of Walt Disney. You know, Disney World, Disneyland, all them characters. Well, this is the man that started it all. It says Walt Disney, the dark occultist. Beyond Disney's magical kingdom is great darkness. Walt Disney was a chain smoker, alcoholic, racist, misogynist, narcissist, sodomite, porn king, and wizard. His Disneyland estates have been used in MK Ultra, mind control, human trafficking, occult rituals, and parading sexual deviance. Walt Disney is believed to be a secret 33rd degree Freemason, evidenced by his private Club 33 in Disneyland that has Masonic pillars of Boaz and Jarkin. His famous Cinderella Castle was modeled after the Bavarian Illuminati Castle. See how they repackage wickedness as being innocent and harmless? It's not. And a lot of y'all consume with that same spirit by worshiping these pagan holidays, not knowing the origin stories behind these holidays.
They go about doing it for the kids. If the origin of something is completely wicked, you can't take that origin and switch it over to something different. It originally came from that.
Exactly.
So y'all are doing exactly what they was doing, no matter how you try to repackage like the Easter egg thing we was talking about before. They took kids' blood and they dyed them with eggs, man. And then y'all gonna turn around and dye with watercolors. Y'all still doing what they did.
Exactly.
But you're trying to make it seem like it's harmless. No, you can't take the origin of nothing and switch it up, bro.
Let me tell you what you pagans are doing. You putting icing on shit and calling it cake.
Exactly.
That's all you doing. and pissing the Father off at the same time, thinking you innocent just because you didn't do it the way they did it back in the day. Now you doing a modified version of what they did back in the day. So what's the difference?
Exactly.
What's the difference between sitting on the back of a horse carriage and driving a car?
Exactly.
It's the same thing, you're just doing it in a different way. You're still getting from A to B, just in a different way.
That's why I say there's no new thing under the sun, man.
Exactly. Y'all, you can't put icing on shit and call it cake. Because the Lord sees you still down here eating shit, which in your mind is cake. Just like the Christians, they pray over pork. No, it's still shit. But y'all don't care. Because Esau said you can do it right. Y'all listen to Esau before you listen to the Lord. That's why you're going to be destroyed.
Just because they think they slick, think they can just take something pagan and make it into something that is not, man. Think you smart, but you're not. This is Isaiah 5:20. Woe to them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes, because y'all think y'all slick, man. Trying to switch something up from the original origin. That's what it's. That's where it comes from. And prudent in their own sight. Y'all think y'all so slick, man.
Think you're just gonna come up another way. The Lord regarded that as a thief. I got a precept what the brother just brought out. Proverbs chapter 26, verse 12. Seest thou a wise man in his own conceit? There is more hope of a fool than of him. See? So if you know it all, a fool got a better chance of making it than you, because your cup is full. A fool's cup can be filled. You see what I'm saying? A fool will humble himself down and receive the truth. But you wise in your own conceit, you know it all. You can't be told shit. So yeah, you're gonna die in your own conceit. You're wise in your own eyes, which the Lord deems to be a fool. Because you can't be told nothing. You know it all. It's like Donald Trump. He know it all. He can't be told nothing. And because of that attitude, because of that pride, look at the condition of your country. You can't be told nothing. If you don't want to kiss his ass, he don't want nothing to do with you. It don't matter to him if you qualify for the job or not. The only thing he cares about is your loyalty to him. That's all he cares about. Just like he finna hire Jake Paul, that boxer.
YouTube/boxer.
You know what I'm saying? No political experience. Matter of fact, these people, Trump getting so desperate, man, he had to call in Condoleezza Rice. A lot of y'all don't know who Condoleezza Rice is. She was I think she was Secretary of Defense for George Bush Jr. Not just George Bush Sr., but George Bush Jr. She had a PhD in political science. She spoke fluent Russian. So Trump trying to use her. Once again, I thought we didn't contribute shit. A black woman.
Was she in the scandal too?
Yeah, they're always in a scandal, man.
She was a part of some type of scandal.
George Bush got her in some shit, and I forgot how it went down.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, that was George Bush girl, man. That was his bottom bitch. For real, because she got him out of a lot of shit. But now they calling her back to fan the flames of war to get Iran to listen. Iran told you already. Ain't no more talking. We finna let these missiles talk.
Mm-hmm. While he was trying to do a peace treaty because your ass is getting whooped.
Yeah.
America's getting beat to shit. That's why he's sitting up here trying to do a peace treaty, but at the same time, he get back over here and get behind them cameras and talk about how we got the strongest military and the best weapons. Man, I can't tell.
No.
I can't tell.
Spirit of complacency, man. Y'all believe your own lies. we got the best military, we got the strongest force. Okay, if that was the case, you wouldn't be asking the other nations for help to reopen the Strait of Hormuz if you were powerful like that. Then you got nerve to get an attitude and talk shit when they tell you no. You started this, Trump. They're not going to risk their military and their equipment, their land for some shit you started. And then he had the nerve to come out and call them cowards. I'm like, Trump, you need to look in the mirror, bro. You the only one that was intimidated by those Israelis to do their bidding. No other nation. Because you too scared to go to jail. So who's the coward? You sold your whole country out because you scared to go to jail. Look how many times you dodged the draft. But now you think you got the right to advise a military?
And to put a draft on the table, bro.
Yeah. When he dodged the draft, he refused to draft his own son. I mean, he too tall. That's all right. Them bullets will cut his ass down the side.
Sure
When they got to amputate a leg or two, yeah, he'll be within height standards then. But see, y'all let this man just tell y'all anything, as long as it benefits him. Y'all fell for it. Y'all fall for con men and liars. That's gonna be your downfall. Trusting in Egypt, just like in that movie Civil War. The whole time during this movie, America was losing the war, but the president was on TV talking about we winning. These people will lie to you. This man will have a bigger part. He's more likely to have a hand in your death than saving your life because of lies. I mean, blatant lies to the people. They're endangering them every day. We safe. Iran will never do this to us. And then they ask him a question. They're like, should Americans be fearful of an attack from Iran? He was like, yeah, I guess. Right? That's how war goes. Those were his words, Trump.
They let you know that it's gonna be imminent boots on the ground over here, bro.
And then they trying to send boots to Iran, which is suicide.
It is.
Them people waiting on y'all to come over there. And it's just like I envisioned about 2 months ago. I was like, the only thing that's gonna stop this, America gotta shed blood. And what happened? They sunk a destroyer. A whole ship. So when that happened, a lot of military, they started to find orders. They started making videos of them burning their orders, their order packets, of their next duty station and all that. They started burning orders. And a lot of generals are rebelling. Because why? Because America shed blood. America saw they could be touched. And I said that, I was like, it's gonna take that. It's gonna take a ship to be destroyed. It's gonna take a ship to be bombed to make somebody on these ships think twice before choosing to follow illegal, unlawful military orders. And that ship sinking did just that. Now they thinking about the consequences of their actions. It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, especially when he got a bigger gun.
Exactly. That's why these nations, they gonna all team up and bust your ass, Babylon. At the end of the day, they gonna bust your ass, bro. It's just little shit that's going on right now. Yeah. It's gonna intensify. That gasoline's gonna get tossed on that fire real soon. This is Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh's hand. They made it all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. And they're showing you that. You got the weak saying that they are strong, and they ain't backing down from America. No one is backing down from America no more. And NATO, the EU nations are gonna turn on this bitch too, man. That's a wrap.
They already have, because Canada, they leading this thing off. They got 40 countries following them. They got workarounds in the works to not deal with the United States. Not in trade, not allies of war. They don't want nothing. Matter of fact, they came out months ago and said that they made an official statement. They said the relationship and alliance between Canada and the United States is over. They're not tolerating this lawless ass, lying ass child in the White House that continues to lie on nations. I got this on. Let me get this. And that's all this man do. He puts this group against this group. Nothing's ever his fault. Everybody's the bad guy except him. He's a lawless, lying ass child. Let me see. See if I can find it. Yeah, there's Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 26. And it reads, we start at verse 24. He that hateth disassembleth with his lips, and layeth up deceit within him. When he speaketh fair, believeth him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart. Whose hatred is covered by deceit, his wickedness shall be showed before the whole congregation. The whole world seeing this man for who he really is now. We told y'all ain't meeting the white man, the Caucasian. Y'all meeting Esau. Verse 27. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone shall return upon him. A lying tongue is hated by those afflicted by it, and a flattering mouth worketh ruin. That's Trump. His mouth get him in trouble all the time. Let me get another one about talking shit, talking too much. What is it? You go ahead, I gotta find it.
I'm gonna get Revelation 17:16 to let y'all know that the beast is gonna hate this whore, America, man, because America is riding on this beast right now. But all these other nations that are a part of that beast system, they turning away from America. And you see, France don't want to have anything to do with America right now. You know, this is Revelation 17:16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall burn her with fire. And then when you go into it, you're going to have Belgium and Denmark and France and Luxembourg and the Netherlands and Greece and Spain and Portugal, England, Ireland, West Germany, all these nations and others are going to be a part of blowing this slut up, man. Not only them, it's going to be others. You know, these were so-called allies that are no longer going to be a part of America. And they're going to turn on America, and they're going to join these other nations, and they're going to burn this place with fire, man. That's the prophecy.
Because America going to give them a reason to.
Yep.
Look how long these other nations have been avoiding going to war. But Iran, Israel and America, they ain't trying to hear. They ain't peace, they know not. There's no judgment in their goings. This is, I found this book of Sirach, chapter 9, verse 18. A man of an ill tongue is dangerous in his city, and he that is rash in his talk shall be hated. Rash, not thinking it through, just speaking out of emotion. That's why this man is unfit to rule. He's an emotional wreck, man, for real. Because whatever come up, come out. A fool uttereth all his mind, roughly paraphrasing the scripture. Whenever he get emotional, he turn into a keyboard warrior. How the hell you gonna be so-called tough talking shit to these other nations when you on live TV shitting on yourself? Can't nobody respect that. And I know ain't nobody afraid of that. But they're afraid of who's backing you, the Khazarian Mafia. The ones that blow up judges' houses when you don't get your way. Yeah. We know who backing you. We know where you getting all your power from because you harmless, homie. You can't wipe your ass. Straight up, bro. This man is insane. And I say he's insane because he's crazy enough to go against his own country and destroy it because he's too scared to go to jail. And he can't stop messing with the children. That's a punk to me. I don't respect punks. I'm not afraid of punks. The Lord did not give us a spirit of fear, but truth. So for all y'all out there scared of this man, don't be scared of him. You better be scared of Yahweh by Shimmy Hawashai, because he's just a tool.
I got Proverbs 6 and 12. A naughty person, a wicked man walketh with a froward mouth. He winketh with his eyes, he speaketh with his feet, he teacheth with his fingers. Frowardness is in his heart. He deviseth mischief continually. He soweth discord. Therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken without remedy, man. And that's what's gonna happen to these Edomites, man. You know, they walk around with that little froward mouth, talking shit, puffing up at his enemies like he's the big man, but in the background he's scared. He's a scared little boy, man.
Yeah, this all you seeing right now is Esau lashing out. He's so fearful of payback from the guilt that all he's feeling right now because all the shit he did to everybody. You don't know which lie to run to. But the thing is, ain't no lie gonna save you out of captivity. Matter of fact, the more you lie, you guarantee in your captivity. So keep on lying.
Yeah, your resume long, boy. You got the longest resume in the world.
Oh, you got a rap sheet.
That boy about to get it.
You got a rap sheet from here to Mars.
The Lord is about to get this man because he's the cancer of the earth. He has to get out of this earth, man. Because if you look at everything around you, it's all destroyed because of Esau Edom, man.
Yeah.
All of this shit is destroyed because Esau Edom cut down the trees. He cut down all the male trees. All of them. All the male trees he cuts them down. He poisons the food, the air, the water. Clothing be defiled.
Yeah,
you know, everything. The concrete is defiled. The grass is defiled with blood.
He's the champion of putting icing on shit and calling it cake. He's a champion. This is abominable snow. This is not the Lord's snow. The Lord's snow got water in it. You don't have chemtrails, traces, metals, and chemicals. But see, Esau, he'll call that cake and all that shit. Straight up, bro. No, that's shit.
Yeah, he violent like that. I've seen his he don't play too much.
Yeah.
He this Edomite I saw on Facebook, man. He took this is you talk about the icing on shit is made me think of this one, bro. He let his dog take a shit. He put gold over the shit and made it look like a gold nugget and took the shit to the pawn shop to try to pawn it. And they smelling on it. They don't smell it until they cut it into it. The Edomite was mad as hell, man. He started playing too much, man.
Yeah.
He does a lot of vile shit. He's got to go, man.
See, he got a very disgusting sense of humor. And that goes back to him being vile. He was viler than the earth. He think nasty shit like that funny. When everybody else looking at him with disgust.
Like, what made you
like,
think of some shit like that? Like,
exactly. They think shit like that funny.
And shit like that is the reason why they women turning away from them too.
Yeah.
They vile as hell, man.
They
Choosing
think
the
it's
basement.
funny. They think it's funny. That shit disgusting, man. Yeah, a lot of women, a lot of Edomite women, they are coming out with the truth about how Edomite men just ain't got no salt. They don't have any spirit. They always looking at things from the dark side, you know, from the dark point of view.
The real Darth Vaders.
Oh shit. Yeah, there's no life about Esau, man. Esau exists to destroy, not to create. Anything that don't go his way, he ready to murder. And that's why a lot of Israelis, especially Edomites and Israelis, but especially Israelis, they're getting banned from other countries. You don't think it's because of the fact that people don't want y'all asses around their children got something to do with it, do you? I do, because I wouldn't want you around mine. I'd take you out just by looking at mine too long.
All of them birds of a feather flock together, man, because we know, and a lot of them politicians, they know that it's a lot of pedos.
Because they are those pedos.
PDF files.
why you think they turned a blind eye when it came out that all them computers in the Pentagon were just loaded with child porn? They turned a blind eye. That's Edomite culture.
They protect their criminals, man.
And that's literal, bro. I just got a screenshot of that. Let me find it. And there was this lady, and she was telling the truth. Here you go. This is from Representative Anna Luna. It is disgusting how Congress protects its own corruption. No wonder the American people hate us. And that sentiment is just going to get stronger to the point where it's going to lead to an insurrection. And then, bam, I think 2 Ezra chapter 15, 16 going to come to pass. They shall not be regarding their kings or princes. Their power shall stand in their own. Let me just get it. Oh, you can grab it. Bill Gates accused of injecting HIV and cancer to the world. See, they can't stop the wicked shit, man. That's why they got to go. And ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for you. Look at the shit you do. And then you gonna want some empathy, some mercy. No, James 2:13. Those that show no mercy shall have no mercy. And mercy rejoiceth against judgment.
I got 2 Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword of their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their power, the course of their action shall stand in their power. Like the brother said, they're not going to listen to the government. That's why they lied to you about this war. They don't need you people getting riled up just yet, but they need you to get riled up eventually, so they can be forced to put troops out here on these grounds.
Or use that as a reason.
Use that as a reason, because they don't let nothing go to waste. You know, so. And then it's gonna be invading one another, because hey, it's gonna be a time where y'all not gonna be able to get that. Y'all not gonna be able to go to McDonald's and get shit. A lot of these places are closing. Popeye's closing over 100 stores, filing for bankruptcy. Wendy's. They filing for bankruptcy. A lot of these places are finna shut down, and what that tells you, that a lot of people that work these low-end paying jobs are finna be jobless. And when they get to a point where it's jobless, I know Jake will be like, I gotta get back out here in the streets. And then you're not gonna be able to get out here in the streets because the drug game gonna be shut down. You're gonna have to go and break in somebody's house, to get some food.
Yep.
Because that's what it's gonna come down to. Men invading one another. That's what it was talking about. Home invasions. Not only just for food, but a lot of you single women that think you strong and powerful, the men will come in your house and get your ass too, and ravish you and take your food.
It's funny to me how these women, they still clapping ass online. You are auditioning to be a whore in the Lord's movie, and you gonna get the job.
Oh, man, they already got it.
You gonna get the job. You think these people don't know where you stay?
Don't come.
They don't know how to find you.
Don't come out the bushes like on
But on the Players Club.
Players Club. All this money I spent. Yeah, you fans only chicks.
Yeah.
That a man ain't never laid a finger on you, gonna find out where you at, because it's not hard to get your information, Matt.
No, it's not.
Because y'all stupid. Y'all put it all out there anyway. Now AI has it. Anybody can get a hold of it, bro. Pop up at your door talking about all that money he spent on you. He want to get physical now.
Yeah,
His videos going around, women running into their houses and men following them to their doorsteps, man.
Yeah.
That's the times we living in. But y'all still want to go out here and
the stupidest thing you could do is make a twerking video talking about you sing. You setting yourself up to get took. Number one, you telling them what you about, because a respectable woman she gonna be shamefaced.
Yeah.
And she gonna be fully covered. Number two, you telling them ain't no man in there to protect you. So you setting yourself up to get got. In these days to come, you need to be showing as less skin as possible. And you also need to cover your children's skin, man.
got them
All these pedos out here, man, enticing these monsters.
That's why scripture said these women destroys the household, man.
Exactly.
These women destroy the household, bro. And you shameless women are dogs according to the scriptures, man. This is Ecclesiasticus 26 and 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. You have no shame. The Lord looks at you as a dog. Don't get on here talking about we just degrading women, Matt. That's what the scripture says. That's exactly what it says. It has nothing to do with us degrading women. The Lord feel that way. I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Y'all out here walking around shaking your ass, and this men out here going on social media, they fed up too. Don't y'all think people tired of that?
Yeah,
the ass ain't even yours. You got a BBL. You unproportioned body ass dog.
What pissed me off, man, they had the daughters, the young babies, toddlers, hoochified already. I'm like, man, y'all ain't doing nothing but setting the stage for this child's own destruction. Number one, you are enticing pedophiles, man. Do not have your children dressing out here all sexy. Trump and them did that. Why you putting makeup on little children? Makeup is to cover flaws. These are 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds. Their skin is not flawed. So why you putting makeup on them? To make them look like grown women before their time?
In a lot of cases, you got some men out here that be married to women and they're allowed. Like it's okay because she controls you. She runs the household. You know, these women, they don't honor their husbands, man, like they used to back in the days when my family was growing up and before them. You know, there is no honor, man. This is Ecclesiasticus 26:26. A woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all. But she that dishonoreth him in her pride, walking around here, bad mouthing, thinking you can dress however you want to dress without him saying nothing. You ain't my daddy, talking all this BS that you talk. But she that dishonoreth him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all. Y'all are some rebellious, ungodly women. And you walk around here and you go to church on Sundays, you wear these tight ass, knee-high skirts with your butt all out. You still ashamed. Trying to be high and mighty in the church. But you still dressing like a dog.
Mm-hmm.
The hypocrisy is real.
Lay down dogs can get up with fleas.
Exactly.
They got the fleas going for the 40.
You see what's going on for spring break?
Mm-hmm.
Was that Cali?
Houston.
A lot of Eves over there fighting, man. STD levels on the rise over there. You know, and y'all just want to go over here and lay with everybody. You niggas and you women. But these women, they vile as hell, man. That's them what the scriptures call them? Them thirsty travelers.
Yep.
Let me go get that. Let me go grab that real quick in the book of Ecclesiastes. This is Ecclesiastes 26 and 11. Watch over the imputed eye and marvel not if she trespass against thee. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he had found a fountain and drink of every water near her. That's land with every different type of man that she come across. By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every boat, man. That quiver is her opening up her legs, and the arrows is, that male going in onto her. And they feel like it's nothing wrong with it. They talking, they proud about their body count. When you should be ashamed. But you have no, you're shameless.
Yeah, if you ain't got no shame, that means you're lawless.
Yep.
Lawless people, like Edomites, they're lawless. They hate of instruction. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 3, verse 9. And this is why a lot of y'all households messed up, because like the brother said, y'all don't respect the man or the role, his role in the house.
They want his role.
What they call it, penis envy. Is that what the elders call it? This is the book of Sirach, chapter 3, verse 9. For the blessings of the father establishes the houses of children, but the curse of the mother rooteth out foundation. You can't even build a strong foundation with your kids because the mother got penis envy. She want to be the man. She want to call the shots. She don't want this. All she want the man to do is sit in the corner and shut up.
Yeah. Well, you should be the one shutting the hell up for real.
Exactly. The Lord did not instill authority in you over the man. Y'all got to understand. It's in Corinthians somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Y'all got to understand the order that the Lord brought forth. That's why we went in. One of the reasons why we went into captivity. Disobedient, not following the order.
I got Proverbs 14 and 1. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. And that's what you be seeing, man. These women destroying their household, man. Get the man out of the house. Now you got to raise the son by yourself. Who's going to grow up either homosexual or effeminate as hell. You're going to have a little daughter who you spend all your time with. And she sees you doing TikToks and dressing any kind of way. She's going to follow that suit. There's no leadership of the man in the house to stop all of that, man.
Nope.
That's why a lot of these women, when they grow up, they don't know how to choose a man because they didn't have that in the household. They didn't have a real man in the household to see what a real man is. And that real man being in the household, he gonna be able to point out any man that you bring around. To be like, no, you don't need to be dealing with him. But y'all don't do that.
They be chasing the bag.
That's it.
No, I can't find it.
You should do something in 1 Corinthians you're looking for.
I was looking for the order. I mean, I know it, but I was looking for the scripture on it. First, you got the Father, Yahweh. Then you got the Son, Yahweh Shai. Then you got the Israelite man. Then the Israelite woman. And then the Israelite child. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find something else. Let's get this one. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 8. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, see? But the woman for the man. The woman was created for us. We wasn't created for y'all. Esau told you that bullshit. And you see how it's working out for him. Because now the curses are turning on him. His women are turning against him because the Lord is revealing what kind of piece of shit he is.
I think I got that scripture you was looking for. It was before this one. A couple of before this. Well, did you start that chapter verse 3?
I was in the
Chapter
Chapter 11, I started at 8.
Okay, 1 Corinthians 11:3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh, man. That's the order.
See, Esau told y'all, got y'all on some new shit. And it's been a failure ever since, because Esau doesn't promote lifestyles. He promotes death styles. He encourages you doing dumb shit that's against the Bible. That's why nothing you ever you try to do, you fail at. Because you trying to do it Esau's way and not the Lord's way. That's why Esau a failure. Look at the condition of this planet.
That feminism got you women in a whole different type of mindset, boy, to where you just want to be over the man. But that was the will of the Father. At the end of the day, this is Jeremiah 31:22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord Yahweh had created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man, dude. These women have been put on a pedestal above a man. That's why when you go around looking at everyday life, a man's problems don't matter to nobody no more.
No.
It's all about the woman.
If I can't use them and abuse them, I don't need it.
If a woman if a woman is on the city bus with her daughter or son, trying to get to work, take the daughter or son to school, she trying her best. If the father doing the same thing, he ain't shit.
He ain't getting no help.
He ain't getting no help.
But see, the table's finna turn where you women are gonna be in dire straits. And that same man you been shitting on, you gonna need him for survival.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord know how to get you women back. Y'all paying for it now. The strip clubs ain't paying what they used to. All your little side hustles. And ain't nobody going for the $40 disease package no more. So I mean, yeah, y'all gonna have to get it how you live. A lot of women getting fired from these jobs, especially Eve. So y'all might have to resort to that second oldest profession, like Christian Nome. Christian Nome will never get hired again. And if Pam Bondi go down, she'll never get hired again. So they might have to resort back to the world's second oldest profession. A lot of you women about to be put in this same position because of your pride, your disobedience, your wickedness,
Yeah.
your hatred for truth, your hatred for the Lord, your hatred for the Lord's men. You know how to get you back. That's why we ain't tripping. That's why the scriptures say, it said, don't worry about how they gonna be punished. Just worry about how the elect gonna be saved. Roughly paraphrasing, we ain't worried about y'all, because we know once you are presented with this truth and you reject it, you on your way out. You a dead man or woman walking. So, like the elder said, the more Israelites reject this truth, the better shot we got at making it for receiving and accepting the truth, not rejecting it. You still dealing with Jesus on the side. No, ain't nobody doing that. You claim you believe, but you can't start these churches. You just lying to yourself, man. I got a scripture on that. Let's go to I think it's in James chapter 1. So y'all keep fooling y'allself. I know Jesus was black. No, you don't, because that's not his name, first of all. So stop calling him that. This is James chapter 1. Verse 26. Any man among you seem to be religious and bridle not his tongue, but deceiveth his own heart. This man's religion is vain. You just lying to yourself, because you ain't fooling the Lord with that performance. You can't start the churches. You can't stop calling on cheese and rice. Well, that's your God.
Exactly. And I always ask these Christians this: Yahushua got put on that cross over 2,000 years ago. The letter J came out in 1524. So what was the name before that J came out? I always like to ask that because y'all don't have an answer. Y'all not going to have an answer. You just going to get mad because that's what you do when y'all get exposed. Y'all get upset.
And the main reason they do that because of Babylon. These Babylonians have been conditioned to go against what doesn't benefit them. So that's where your fight to process truth starts at. That's not our fight, that's your fight. How you deal with truth, how you process truth is none of our concern. You too immature to accept truth for what it is, well, you can accept it later when you get destroyed for not accepting the truth. This is Titus chapter 1. We start at verse 15. Unto the pure all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure. See, unbeliever, you don't believe nothing. But even their mind and conscience is defiled. Can't tell y'all nothing. You won't empty your cup. It's full of Babylonian wine. Verse 16. Saw these loud ass bills. Anybody who's just addicted to loud noises, that's a chaotic mind. It's not a peaceful mind. We saw little loud shit, man.
That's that man that like to dwell in the field, man.
Yeah, man, that's a chaotic mind. Just loud shit and enjoy it. But this is Titus chapter 1, verse 16. They profess they know Yahweh, but in works they deny him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate. You claim you love the Lord, you claim you love everybody, you don't want no trouble with them, just trying to go along and get along, but you're still eating pork. But you still calling on cheese and rice. You still don't know who your enemy is. You still trusting your enemy. You still wearing neckties. You still shaving your face bald, your head bald. Yeah, you fit this scripture. They profess they know Yahweh, but in works deny him. You claim you love him, but you don't do nothing he said to do.
At all. Not at all.
What Paul said, show me faith without works, and I'll show you my faith by my works. So anybody can say, I could build a house, but they never build it. So how you know they can build a house? But if a dude come out and say I could build a house and he actually builds it, who you gonna believe? The one that actually did it, or the one just giving you lip service? That's what the Lord is looking at. He ain't looking at lip service, he's looking at action. And none of y'all ain't got it. Y'all just got lip service.
I saw this, it was this little cartoon, like a little snippet. And it was this Eve, had little nails on, a little weave in and whatnot. And she was like, the God called me to preach. And then they put a Bible in her face. It was a sefer, actually. And they hit her with, let your woman keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law. When she read that, the brightness came out of the Bible, and she was like, oh, no, the Lord told me to preach, and I have a degree in divinity, so I know I got to go out here and preach. They don't care. They can run their mouth, and then you can show them the scripture that tell them they're going off, and they still get mad, bro.
See?
Rebellious.
See? They profess they know Yahweh, but in works deny him. Yeah, it's a lot of you Christians got that lip service, but you ain't doing nothing he asked you to do. So how you think he looking at you? He looking at you like you fake as hell, and you're gonna be destroyed. Because you can't come out of Babylon. You just lie to yourself daily. Like the Lord loves me. I got this. No, that's not it. He definitely ain't dealing with you if you don't know the true names. First of all, the Lord don't deal with people calling him the names of other gods. If your name Fred, you ain't gonna answer the Paul.
Nope.
What sense does that make? You think the Lord dealing with you just because you're more comfortable with the name Jesus? That's not his name. But see, you can't come out of your comfort in Babylon. You better find out the true names, and you better replace them. You better replace Jesus with the true names. And the Father's name is not God. The Father's name is Yahweh. The Son's name is Yahweh Shai. You ain't gonna answer somebody trying to call you, and if they don't call you by your real name, you're not going to respond. But you Christians, some of y'all seared for destruction anyway, so you can't come out of it. And we understand that. But it's still our obligation to let you know what the Lord is doing to you. He has seared your mind so he can be justified to destroy you. Because you can't come out of these churches. You can't stop trusting Esau. So you got to pay for it.
I read something in the apartment. I can't think of where I read it at right now. But it talks about when you speak a language, when you speak of like different names in a different language, it doesn't hold the same power that it holds in its original language.
Right.
That's why you have to use Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That holds the power right there. Jesus can't hold the power. Yeshua can't hold no power. Jehovah can't hold no power. They don't hold no power. It's the original names that hold the true power, man. That's why they try to erase the name. Because the true name holds power in its original tongue.
Yeah. But what do the tiny tots call him? Hashem. That's not his name.
The name.
That just means the name.
They can't say the name.
They can't because it's a terror to the heathen to say his name. That's why they don't say it, because it scares them. It's a reminder of this upcoming ass whooping they about to get. And they already getting right now because Iran is rocking their ass. You got Israelis fleeing into the mountains to get out of the cities. Tel Aviv is decimated. But you see what an unfit ruler does. He destroys his people. He destroys everything. And Trump is about to do the same thing to you Americans. He's about to set you up for the slaughter and leave you hanging. He running to his bunker up under that ballroom. Yeah, he gonna set y'all up and get bombed, and he gonna leave y'all hanging. But for some reason, y'all saw leadership in this man. A failed con man, hustler, compulsive liar, impulsive liar, pedo. Y'all saw leadership in this. That lets us know you unfit to judge. And they're unfit to rule. So how are you superior when you allow one of your own to destroy you? Edom. That's the weakest shit I ever seen. One man. That's the weakest shit, but y'all buck up against us when we minding our own business.
Yep.
We can't even build our own town for y'all coming up in there with the selective outrage. But for some reason, you're not pissed off about a pedo starting wars.
Mm-hmm. Too busy worried about what we doing. But don't worry about what we be doing, because in the kingdom, we ain't gonna be worried about what you gonna be doing, because we know what you're gonna be doing. You're gonna be building up that kingdom.
Continual employment.
For free.
But I know y'all tough though. At least that's what y'all tell us. But we can't tell. But that's what you believe. You believe you tough. We know how you're inclined to believe your own lies. So you need to lie your ass off to yourself for what's coming, to prepare mentally but it's hell on earth you about to experience.
Exactly. She got something else.
Yeah, I got one more. I'm gonna end it the same way we ended it last week. A warning to our people.
That nigga roll out here looking like straight cheese and rice this time.
It'll be all right. Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. This is for Israelites only, because this is the only people this applies to.
Mm-hmm.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. You're running out of time, Israelites,
Mm-hmm.
Black Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics, Latinos. You're running out of time.
You Cubans, you Haitians, you know.
You already see how America finna move on Cuba. You Manassites. He wait till they're at their lowest, their weakest. And it's the United States' fault that Cuba has gone this long without power. The United States did that. Because when they took Venezuelan oil, they stopped the shipments to Cuba on purpose. See why this devil got to go? So with that, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to the Hashem, Hashem, Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone, to the brothers out there teaching the light-wise truth, to the few Aquath out there listening. I want to say Shalom, Bible Ball.